So it looks like Microsoft went ahead and bent the knee because it looks like Outer Worlds 2, not only Outer Worlds 2, but all the Xbox exclusive games coming out this holiday season has been brought back down to $69.99. That's just a better way of saying $70. I wish they would just say $70. $69.99 makes it sound like you're getting a bargain, but it's only 1 cent off from being $70. We knew that this was going to be a thing. I didn't think Microsoft would backtrack on it though, because we heard like the outcry of Borderlands 4, where Pitchfork came out and Randy was like, oh yeah, if you are a real fan, you'll find a way to get the game. And this really kind of all started, in my opinion, when Mario Kart World came out and had that price tag of $80. And I was like, this is not good, because other people are going to start doing the same exact thing. And then shortly after that, we had the whole Borderlands 4 controversy where that was going to be $80. Fans were like, please don't make this $80. Randy said, if you're a fan, you'll figure it out. Yet, much later down the line, that ended up going to $70. And then, of course, we heard Microsoft say all of their upcoming games starting this holiday season with Outer Worlds 2 is going to be $80 as well. And now the outcry has happened. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They went ahead and backtracked that. IGN posted that Xbox does a U-turn and turns all their $80 games, starting with Outer Worlds 2, this coming holiday season, will all be $70. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Here's my thoughts on it. I've been very transparent on this channel when it came to the pricing of games. I feel no game, regardless of how awesome GTA 6, no matter how awesome Grand Theft Auto 6 looks, I don't want to drop $80 on it. I'm probably not going to drop $80 on it, to be honest with you. It's just a lot of these games, I look at it and I feel like things are so expensive now. To drop $80 on anything, it's kind of like a very, very strong commitment. And we're talking about a world where gas prices are up, egg prices are up. Like it's like I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my rent. The last thing I'm thinking about is, oh man, I'm going to buy Outer Worlds 2 for $80. I'm going to be honest with you, even at $60, it would have been a hard sell, because I didn't buy the first Outer Worlds for $60. I waited for that thing to go on sale for like $20 and I picked it up. Like there's just some games that aren't worth the price, regardless of the development, right? Regardless of how much development and how much it costs to make, just certain IPs just cannot get away with that. Mario got away with it, and it makes me mad that Mario got away with it, because when you actually talk to people that played that game, there's no way that that game is worth $80. But yet, since the Mario's IP is so high and the Mario Kart IP is so high, people willing to buy it. Like they buy their Switch 2 and they buy their Mario Kart. That is one of the biggest reasons why I haven't bought a Switch 2 yet. It's just the game prices are so high, not the hardware price. $450, I think that's pretty reasonable. But man, you want to charge me $80 for Mario Kart? Nah, I can't do that. So when we found out that Xbox was going to release all their games, and we all knew what the reason for that was. The whole reason for them to charge $80 was for them to try to move people into the Game Pass ecosystem. It's like, hey, people aren't going to pay $80, but they'll sign up for Game Pass because it's a cheaper alternative. I'm a subscriber to Game Pass. I canceled my Ultimate subscription and I stuck just to the PC Game Pass, which is like $11, $12 a month. And I stick with that because I mostly converted over to PC gaming in general. I still have my Xbox and my PlayStation behind me, and I turn them on from every now and then, depending on what games are exclusive and what games are coming out. I'm looking to play like Wuchang Fallen Feathers very shortly. I already have it pre-installed. I'm looking forward to jumping into that game. But the whole point of Microsoft trying to charge so much money for these games was because it was clear to me that they wanted to move people into Game Pass ecosystem. It's like, if we charge $80, we're more inclined to get more subscribers for Game Pass. And that I guess that didn't happen because there was a large amount of backlash where people were like, we're not going to pay $80 for Outer Worlds 2. And I never thought in any point that Outer Worlds 2 people were going to buy it for $80. I thought that this was just a marketing scheme to get people over to Game Pass. But I guess that the pre-sale numbers were so low that really Microsoft had no choice but to really kind of backtrack on it, bend the knee, say whatever you want to say. But I really feel like if you have a good game, see, I don't understand a lot of these publishers and these studios, their mindset, right? I understand that development cost is expensive, but that's also because that's what you done that. Like you did that. You're the one that's giving these developers like $130,000, $150,000 a year. You're the one that's allowing them to develop a 40 to 50 hour game for 5, 6, sometimes 7 years at a time. Like you inflated the market, not the consumer, not the users. I like the fact that we used to have games that were like 9-10 hour experiences and we bought the game for $50 to $60 and you have replay value and online multiplayer. I'm so tired of like this open world experience. We always get these open world games, and a lot of times once I see like an open world game, I normally turn off on it. I'm like, I'm not gonna pick that up because I don't have 40 to 50 hours to spend time playing this game. There are exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, I kind of like lean off those games nowadays, and I mostly get like AA games like Expedition 33 and Oblivion Remake, games that are much cheaper, and I get a great experience playing it. And when you look at just the landscape of gaming and how much development time it takes and how much the development costs and all, this is a problem that the studios and the publishers and the developers all created, and I don't understand why the consumer is the one to suffer. I've always said that if you make a better game, like a game like Expedition 33, Blueprint, something like that, and it's a cheaper game, then you're going to sell more copies, right? Can you imagine Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come out? Let's just say hypothetically it's $80. It's going to sell a lot of copies. But I'm willing to bet if it was $60, it would sell even more copies because people look at it and be like, man, I really want that game. I don't know if I'm willing to pay $100 for it. There are some people that will. There are definitely some people that will. But there's going to be people like me that goes, you know what? I'm just going to wait. But if you have something that says $59.99, $60 US, you're more inclined to get more sales. More sales equals more money. Would you rather have something that is expensive and sell 1 million or have something that's $20 cheaper and sell 2 to 3 million? You get more money. The cheaper it is, the more you're inclined to sell. At least that's my theory. Call me crazy. But this is just a problem that developers, studios, and publishers all created. They all are chasing this massive 50 to 60 hour game experience. Everything has to take 7-8 years, and the prices and development is all inflated. So who suffers? You do. I do. We do. The consumer suffers. So I'm not surprised that Microsoft basically bent the knee. I kind of figured it was a marketing ploy to get people to sign up for Game Pass, but I guess the pre-sale numbers for Outer Worlds was so low, it really kind of forced Microsoft's hand. And much like we saw with Borderlands 4, them kind of walking that back to $70, it looks like Outer Worlds 2 is also going to be $70. I don't consider that a win, by the way. I don't consider a $70 price point a win. I don't know why people are cheering like, yes, $70, we won. No, we're still paying $70. I mean, you're paying $70. I'm not paying $70. I'm not buying Outer Worlds for $70. I'm just not going to do that. I'll just wait for, first of all, I'm not a big Outer Worlds fan, but if I was, I would do just like I did the first game, wait for it to be like $20 if I'm not going to play it on Game Pass. But that's just my thoughts on it. I want to know what you guys think. Please do me a massive, massive favor. Hit that like and subscribe. We can only build the channel with your support. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your comments in the comment box below, and I will check you guys out next time.